pork cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, where the drums at?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
With a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Harris going to get it again on second down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. The Lions at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Brought down by Khalil Mack. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962. They sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
We're scoreless after 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they go play action with Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Second down, Howell back to pass. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space, kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Able to haul it in is Kittle. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
In motion right is Jones. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DJ Moore, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, and he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. McPherson on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Howell completing the quick throw out wide. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Trying to run forward, Pollard. He's going to have the first down and then some. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14.
First Boswell set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert off of play action. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On third down, here's Harris. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
They snap it to Herbert. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good. So we're at halftime here on the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. I'll pick up the 2 yards. First down, Chicago.
He'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Pollard again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. We've seen it break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
From just shy of midfield, Powell swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Got that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, it's Pollard. They find some open field. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Bears 21, Lions 17. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Dancing to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. A tackle by Cole Holcomb.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Jones will come now in motion right. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. On first down, it's Herbert. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Here's Herbert. Again, he finds Moore. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Cut check time on both sides.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Peyton Hendershot, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll go play action. Howell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Short gain the last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Howell. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Howell to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that's complete to Brown. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. 20! And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because